Hello there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for tuning into Midweek Point and Click. We are on episode 11 of the Book of Unwritten Tales 2. We've got Steve in the house. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Well, I'm doing great at least. How about you, Steve? How was your week?
Not bad. Uneventful.
Uneventful. So nothing special that stands out?
No, not really. I did try, I think I spoke about it last night on my channel, but I did recently try our first pickling experiment. So,
Oh, I didn't hear that. I mustn't have been there yet. Tell us all about it.
finished 2 jars of pickled onions, and instead of pouring out the vinegar, I just decided to get some onion shallots. Looked up a recipe to see how long they go in, but also what kind of prep I should be doing before I put them in the vinegar, and if it is as simple as just putting them in. Yeah, so last night I boiled them and then cooled them down, did all the peeled them, and then just chucked them back into the jars, and after 5 weeks they should be ready to eat.
Nice. So your onions are ready though?
The onions?
Yeah. Didn't you...
No, I only put them in last night.
Oh, I thought you said that was the shallots. Like, did you not pickle normal onions before that?
They could be normal sized because they have to fit back into the jar. So that's why I got shallots. Because
Gotcha.
and then I thought they were going to be too small, but when I looked at them, it's like they're actually probably like the ones in the jar are probably that size anyway. The ones originally in the jar.
Yeah.
So I realized I thought they were too small, but I realized they're probably the right size anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I've never really seen, like, when you get pickled onions in a jar, I've never seen onions that size normally on the shelf.
No, I pictured them that size because they are big. Because there's the 2 types. There's the cocktail onions. I get the normal ones, but even the normal ones, I realized, they're not even onion sized because they're all bite sized already.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, hopefully your onion pickling experience goes.
It works. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've done it with chilies like jalapenos and Carolina Reapers and
Yeah, I think I told the story of what you did to us with
what I did to
chilies.
you. The jalapenos went really, really well. As in it reduced the heat and kept the flavor, which was excellent. But the Reapers, I think they're just too hot. They can't, like, reducing the heat just doesn't make a difference.
Also, you got me and someone else. Might have been Matt to teach Matty to eat them, and you're claiming that, which could be true, may not be true, but you're claiming that pickling them reduces the heat.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So on that condition, you got us to try it, and then after we were splattering and desperate for bread and milk, you then told us that you put them in the pickling jar like the day before.
Yeah, I don't remember. That could be. That
So
could be.
it's like,
But
so it's like if, so it's like it wouldn't make any difference if that did take out the heat. Hey Matt, how's it going?
Matt Lang, how you doing? Welcome in. This is good to see you. It's normally me jumping into your chat and getting you to sing songs to Steve. Alrighty, Steve, do you want to give us a rundown of what happened last week?
Oh yeah, do you want to share the stream while I go through it?
Of course.
Yeah, so I think we spent the most of the time as Ivo, but first part was freeing Nate from captivity or from being in the stocks. And there was almost like a Metal Gear Solid bit where to prove that he had no free will, we did the legal defense of proving he has no free will.
Oh, that was so clever. So clever.
And then we did that by doing stuff as the player, and thus freaking the person, not only freeing Nate, but freaking the person out, so he went and hid. Yeah, so I made Metal Gear Solid with Sacco Mantis, because it might be different on console. Console, I remember people saying you swap the controller from port 1 to port 2 to trick Sacco Mantis, but I played Metal Gear on PC, so of course I can't do that bit. But instead, you beat him. There's no trick like that, but you beat him and he goes, "Oh, even though I could predict most people, someone else is controlling you, and that's what made me hard. Maybe not able to read you. So it's more a comment like that. So it's very much like the PC version of Metal Gear Solid. But yeah, so there's that trick, and trying to think of what else we had to. I think before freeing Nate, we got into that room with the brain that's looking at.
Oh yeah.
It's like an oracle, but it's looking at it's basically can see through any mirror, and thus it's treating it like watching daytime opera.
Yeah, it was.
Where it's just watching him going, oh no, don't do that. Oh my god.
It was like watching Jerry Springer, kind of like
Yeah.
faux Jerry Springer. Yeah.
Um.
Oh, you. One thing you did miss is we played dice. We played Yahtzee at the very start.
Yeah, lies dice.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, in order to get the pirate outfit.
Pirate outfit. Yeah.
Either.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after freeing Nate, was it just? I don't remember doing much between that and getting to here.
So after we freed Nate, we went back home, and Mumsy basically knocked us out with a Vulcan nerve pinch, and now we've taken control of Nate because the only way to revive her from her slumber is for the mum to do it. So we have to try and convince the mum that what she's doing is not in Ivo's best interest. And we spoke to the dad as well, and part of the.
And he's like,
I don't actually know why we're going to Lorem Ipsum Island, which is where we are now. I don't remember exactly. Do we have to? Is this part of a spell to wake her up or something?
no, because we still have to convince the mother. I forget why we wanted to go to Lorem Ipsum Island. It was.
Oh,
it was to look up a spell.
Wasn't it the brain told us to do it?
Yeah.
Or I can't remember. We'll figure it out soon anyway. Welcome in, Saku and Tongs. How you doing? Hopefully you've had a good, productive day so far. You're right, that was huge, the Psycho Mantis thing. Last night I was in a sort of... Oh, thanks, Scoob. Last night I was in a YouTube rabbit hole, and I ended up... Like, you know when you watch a video and you're doing something else and it finishes and it jumps to another video of something else? So that happened, and it was David Hayter, the voice of Solid Snake, talking about 15 Easter eggs. And the Easter eggs were actually really cool. Talking about hidden codex and things that are... So apparently Meryl was in Police Noughts as well, which I didn't know. But yeah, a whole bunch of facts. It was really cool. Mariko, how you doing? Welcome in. Good to see you. It's so weird when David Hayter is not speaking in Snake's voice, because you can hear Snake's voice in his voice, but it's more jovial and silly.
I guess, yeah. I guess he's either I think of him wrong, because I didn't think he was doing a voice, because he's got... is he doing the same voice for Guyver? Because that's the only other role I know him from.
It's just, well, David Hayter's voice, just adding some gravel and lowering it down is Snake's voice. So I haven't seen Guyver in probably since I was 15. I loved it though.
Yeah, I might not have it since, probably the same, but it sticks out in my memory.
For those that don't know what Guyver is, it's a live action adaptation to an anime, but it's very much like if Power Rangers had lots of blood and gore.
Which number 2 is number 1? Because I remember we watched number 2. I remember once getting number 1, and yeah, watching that, and I was very, very disappointed. It's a very average movie.
Oh, damn. Maybe nostalgia goggles is, I don't know.
No, I think it's, I mean, like number 1, because number 2 is the one with the, it's like Violent Power Rangers, but number 1, I think, is where they didn't have a budget, so I didn't understand why it's different, but that's what I think nowadays. But it's just more basic. It's not. It's just very, very crappy.
Tongs, I also watched the anime too. I started watching it in 2002, and the only place I could find it was on the most dodgiest website where it was. I think it was real video. You know, Real Player. It was real video playing files, and they were literally the size of maybe a Game Boy screen. but then blown up to whatever the resolution was at the time. It was dodgy
Right.
as, but I really enjoyed it. Awesome. Well, we got the gang in here, so maybe we'll get started and see what's what. We just arrived at Lorem Ipsum Island, so we're in that great phase of the adventure game where we could just collect shit off the ground and stuff. Alrighty. Tongs. Speaking of Aurora, from earlier, I actually charted. I did a not a commission, like a free commission, I guess, on the Customs Forge. There is a wish list section where you can actually chart songs for people, and someone requested an Aurora song, so I did it and I uploaded it last night, and it's very, very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Everything. It's called Everything Matters. All right, let's see
So
what
it's the opposite of the Metallica song.
Yeah, I guess it is. I never thought of that.
Legend, Lorem Ipsum had golden roofs. I can only see a pile of old stones.
Oh,
The whole slab is covered with characters. Hieroglyphs, something that looks like Old Dwarvish, and normal letters. At viro eos et accusum et justo duo dolores et ea rebum. That's the same forgotten language as in the Lorem Ipsum text.
for those that are new here, Marika, maybe you've never seen this game before. The voice actor for Nate, this guy here, is the same that does Geralt of Rivia in The Witcher. But like David Hayter being Snake, it's his voice much more natural rather than lowered and deeper.
I found a very similar stone head in the Northlands and took it with me. But there's no way it could be from the same stonemasons. We're thousands of miles from the Northlands.
Yeah, the amount of times I've streamed this, both 1 and 2, I can't hear Geralt's voice in his voice at all.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at his head turning around like that. That's almost Exorcist style.
A massive thing. I wonder if the mummy pulled it out here on his own. The little guy doesn't look that strong.
He doesn't even have arms. He's just doing it with his mouth. Oh, I thought maybe he was a mummified version of Critter, but Critter has arms at least.
He's got arms, they're very skinny. Oh no, is he?
Maybe one arm and his mouth. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think he's got a real skinny one arm, and then he's used. Oh no, I don't know. My brain
I
can't.
thought he had a skinny arm, but that's the handle of the shovel.
Oh,
He doesn't have it in his
yes.
mouth.
Oh, so it's like Rayman then.
Maybe, yeah, I can't see where he's touching it.
Filth bag bolt. What did I say?
An obelisk. It must have been lying in the sand for millennia, like everything else. A semicircular depression. There are lines and numbers carved into the stone on the inside.
Ah,
Perhaps some kind of calculation? Or something religious? An obelisk. It must have been lying in the sand for millennia. An obelisk.
okay. So that's not disappearing. So we must have to do something with that later.
No idea what that is. A semicircular depression. There are lines and numbers carved into the stone on the inside. Perhaps some...
That's not. Oh, hang on. Maybe that.
A massive stone plinth with a piece of rotten wood in the middle.
Oh.
I know that old stone columns often have a wooden core to keep the individual pieces of the column in place. The obelisk clearly had something similar that gave up the ghost at some point.
Steve, do you ever watch Unsolved Mysteries?
No, that's the one with the guy, the Stack.
Robert Stack, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Robert Stack.
He passed away a long
Yeah,
time ago, but they
might have
re-released it
seen-
on Netflix with a no host.
There might have been 1 or 2 episodes. You might have shown me an episode, because I think we watched one of that and maybe a police version of it. Or maybe it was just that.
Oh, you thinking Forensic
Oh, yeah,
Files?
police. Yeah, but I think we watched one of each one
okay.
night.
Love Forensic Files.
I can't imagine the whole pyramid.
I was
was
not sure. I
covered
might
with
have seen one or
sand.
two episodes,
In
but I
that
can't
case,
think
all
of any.
this must have been more than 100 meters under the floor of the desert.
There's I just watched some last night of the new season that just came out, and there's an episode called The Severed Head, and that was a bit yucky.
Okay.
Because it actually shows the real severed head just with a bit of blur on the face, but if you squint, it's like it's a face.
I know lots of people find pyramids impressive, but what's the big deal? You pile up blocks into a heap. I could already do that when I was a kid. Maybe not as big, but the principle's the same. The Book of the Dead could be anywhere.
Oh.
Knowing my luck, it's right under this pile of stones. The Book of the Dead could... The sand has protected the statues over the millennia. If they'd been exposed to the wind, there'd be nothing left of them but sand.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so it might be... Oh, we'll do one more look at the sarcophagus.
The sarcophagus is gold-plated. In normal circumstances, I would pocket some of the gold. But it's a bit different if the inhabitant of the sarcophagus is full of beans and still needs it.
Okay, so that's disappeared. Excellent. Good, good, good. All right, so we've got to speak to Critter and we've got to speak to the mummy. Let's speak to Critter because it doesn't say much.
Hey, Critter.
Oh, okay, I can swap as him. I wonder,
You take over for a bit.
Will
I've got
he
some
have-
thinking to do.
I was wondering if he had the same prompts, but... Verdantry said that we're not far from the end, but to me, the story doesn't feel like it's wrapping up. So unless it wraps up really quickly, I'm not sure. Oh, maybe that's what it is. You have to speak to a thing with each person for it to disappear. Oh, except for that. TikTok, eh? Okay, cool. All right, mummy, let's do it. Now, do we think the mummy's going to have like an actual voice, or is he going to speak like Critter?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I would have thought he would, but
He might even have like an English accent or something, like "Hello, old bean," or something like that. Let's see.
Mummy with a small spade. I wonder.
Mortimer.
No, I'm Nate. That's Critter.
But I seek Mortimer.
Here? Under the sand?
Why aren't you Mortimer?
I, don't know.
Filth jazz. I like filth jazz.
Who are you?
I am... Isn't the question more, who are you?
I'm Nate, like I already said.
So you are neither Mortimer, nor that elf who was pretending to be Mortimer.
That... Yes, I can confirm that.
So many people. I can't possibly remember all these names. I will call you... Nate.
I can live with that.
That's so silly.
Who is this Mortimer you're looking for?
Mortimer fetched me out of the darkness many years ago. I lived with him until he disappeared.
And now you're looking for him here?
Hang on.
Looking for whom?
That Mortimer.
You've seen him? I've been looking for him everywhere.
Isn't... So, the mummy looks familiar. Was he in the first game? But maybe we were a different character?
Yeah, the elf that was pretending to be Mortimer could have been Ivo.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But I don't
thinking.
remember that well.
Because he just looks familiar, but it could be just... He's a familiar looking dude. I don't know.
Don't tell me you dug this huge hole.
All right,
I mean, why did you dig it?
I'm not meant to say.
You can tell me. What's the hole all about?
Yes, about that. Why did you dig it?
I didn't. You did.
Of course. I wanted to go home.
So you're from Lorem Ipsum.
Yes. It must be here somewhere.
Have you had a look around?
Ah! Lorem Ipsum! What a coincidence! I was born here, you know.
Chris was my old partner, you know.
What can you tell me about Lorem Ipsum? What was life here like?
Oh, wonderful. We've always had good weather. We built the most beautiful temples with the most fiendish traps. Sold them all around the world and made a lot of money from that.
You sold temples with built-in traps?
Of course. Walls that suddenly come together and squash any intruder. Invented here in Lorem Ipsum. We had breeding programs for scorpions and tarantulas.
The Jill sandwich
And we
contraption.
issued a 3,000-year guarantee for our traps.
That means your traps could still work today?
Traps? What traps?
I'm looking for a book.
I've seen one lying on Mortimer's desk.
I'm looking for a particular book. The Book of the Dead.
Oh, but that's just a legend. That book apparently explains how one can bestow everlasting life on people by wrapping them up in gauze bandages.
Assuming it wasn't a legend, where would the Book of the Dead be hidden?
Ah, the Book of the Dead. Some say it is mere legend, but I have seen it many times. It was put into the tomb of the last pharaoh of Lorem Ipsum, the mad Tut-Tut.
I remembered what we're doing here. We need 3 items, the Book of the Dead, the Spark of Life, and something else to bring the mage back from a frog.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, now I remember.
And this Tut-Tut, where is he buried?
He is lying under a mighty pyramid, just like that one over there. Actually, now that I think about it, it's exactly like the one over there. What do you think? Why would someone put a pyramid here that looks exactly the same as Tut-Tut's?
How do you get into Tut-Tut's pyramid?
Who is Tut-Tut? And what's this pyramid you're talking about?
Ah, forget it.
What should I forget?
Don't mummies have their brains removed during embalmment?
That's funny. I could swear that I've heard that question somewhere before.
I bet.
Oh, he's so familiar.
Yeah, I'm assuming that
Found
might
this
be
stone
something we
slab.
asked in number 1.
What does it say?
It says, "Thank you for your decision to buy this pyramid model World Wonder in 3 languages.
It's an operating manual?
Our lost temples could get rather complicated.
Does it say how to open the pyramid?
Terms of use, guarantee,
Washing instructions.
instructions. Ah, there. Erect pyramid facing exactly north. Position obelisk A in depression G on stone socket B with the help of wooden peg F.
Oh.
We recommend the use of slaves for erection, not included in this delivery. Every day at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the shadow of the obelisk will point to the stone which opens the secret entrance.
Pyramid
Why
plot.
doesn't it just say which stone you have to press?
Came on a
Who
stone
would write
sprue.
something
Using-
like this?
Using
I've gotta
slaves
go.
for erection
And
is
you?
really wrong, by the way.
You might want to get out of the sun for a couple
Feels
of
back,
hours.
Steve.
I've not got time for breaks. I'm looking for a pyramid. It must be here somewhere.
All right. So we've got some. Is there anything else?
Hi.
Who are you? And what are you doing here?
The operating manual mentions something about a wooden pin, and there's some rotten wood still sticking in the hole in the stone plinth.
Yes, we always had issues with the wooden pegs. Wood is easy to craft, but not as long-lasting as stone. I discovered something completely new in Mortimer's hut. Metal.
Metal?
Yes,
Metal Gear.
but not bronze. Much harder, much more durable. I called it ugly super bronze.
Good name.
I brought a sample of it with me.
About the ugly super bronze.
The what?
The metal you found in Mortimer's house.
Who told you about that?
Ah.
One could build completely new types of weapons with this metal. Wood and bronze weapons would be useless. No one must find out until Lorem Ipsum has mastered the secrets of this material.
It is I, Pharaoh Tut-Tut.
Ah, the Pharaoh!
Yes, and I command you to give me the metal sample.
Wait a moment. The Pharaoh looked completely different to you.
Oh, we're gonna have to go and dress up.
It's been a long time since we saw each other last.
He's taller than you. And last time I saw him, he was dead.
I have to go.
Yeah, I wonder if in his wardrobe he has like.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
That's so stupid. Okay. I got better.
It is I,
Oh, shit.
Pharaoh Tut-Tut.
Clicked the wrong one.
Ah, the Pharaoh.
Yes, and I command you to give me the metal sample.
Wait a moment. The Pharaoh looked completely different to you.
It's been a long time since we saw each other last.
He's taller than you.
Oh, something's
And
dead.
last time I saw him, he was dead.
I have to go.
Let me snooze this. Snooze. There
Hi.
we go.
Oh, hello.
Okay.
You're right. Let's examine the metal for the good of Lorem Ipsum.
Absolutely. If we should ever get lazy and start to rest on our laurels, it could result in the town's downfall.
We, wouldn't want that to happen.
No. Wait here.
Nice. It's like the loaded weapon where he goes into the caravan. It's a mansion inside. Sorry, not caravan for the American viewers. You guys call it trailers, I think. Is that right? Trailer?
Yeah, I think so, because it's trailer park. But like, because,
What was
yeah, there's the
going to
comment of
fetch
like
you
feng
here?
shui or something like that that he's using to make it look more spacious.
Yeah.
I was just pulling your leg. I never forget anything.
Thank you.
Ooh, look at that bad boy.
What for?
This depression here, what is it?
That is a sun clock.
Why does the sun need to know what time it is?
No, the sun tells us how late it is.
So how does the sun know what time it is?
Haven't a clue. The shadow of the little stick in the middle tells us for definite when it is time to, do things.
There is no stick in the middle of the clock.
It must have been broken then. I think more has been broken too. Didn't it look completely different here before?
I've got to go.
All right. So,
Bye.
bye. Don't remember what all these strong string, empty tin cans. It sounds like we're going to build a phone.
I remember that from my childhood. You connect the cans with a string and can talk to someone across several meters, just like you could without the cans.
It's so true. Okay, wow, at least we built it. That's good. Oh, that's right. We got this stuff off the ship. Makes sense.
Fits like a glove.
Okay. Now what do we do with it?
If the pipe fits the hole in the plinth exactly, then it'll also fit to the hole in the obelisk. If the pipe fits the hole in the plinth exactly, then it'll also fit to the hole in the obelisk.
I'm confused what that means.
Aye.
I think that we've met once before, haven't we?
So I should put obelisk B onto slab F, or something like that.
What are you talking about?
Where are the obelisks, though?
The instructions.
Is this these
At
things?
3 o'clock, the shadow of the obelisk.
Whatever.
Why are you always saying things that don't make any sense? It's very irritating. Anyway, one also needs a bicycle, has to put 2 into the left-hand column, and then wait until the whole thing has been well roasted.
You what?
I've got to go.
Bye!
Okay, so that is okay.
I guess that's the obelisk mentioned in the operating manual. At least I can't see another one.
Can we put a plank underneath it? Yeah.
I might be able to stand the obelisk upright, but there's no way I can heave it onto the stone plinth, even with a lever.
Oh, even with... Damn it. Okay. Can we get the shovel, maybe? Oh, maybe... Maybe old mate is strong. Unless now we can ask for the shovel.
How am I supposed to get the obelisk onto the pedestal? It must weigh at least a ton.
Okay.
According to the operating manual, there's a place you have to press to open an entrance into the pyramid.
Okay.
But I can't just try and find it by looking around. That would take forever. The mummy said this is a sundial. A pole in the middle of the thing is supposed to show what time it is. Aye.
I think that we've met once before, haven't we?
We have. Oh man, what are we going to do? How will we do it?
So I should put obelisk B onto slab
Slab
F,
F.
or something like that.
What are you talking about?
You have to show him the operating
instructions.
manual instead of choosing
At
the
3
dialogue
o'clock,
option.
the shadow
Okay,
of the
could
obelisk.
do
You have
that.
to say it again.
Why are you always saying things that don't make any sense? Anyway, one also needs a
Okay, that's a good idea,
I've
actually.
gotta go.
bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, can't.
A stone slab with characters in 3 different languages, and I can't read any of them. You can hear in one can what someone else says into the other can. It's a distance communicator.
Wonder what the thin reed would be for.
A straight thin reed.
Old notebook.
Lorem ipsum, the jewel of the desert at the foot of the 3 mountains. This little book helped me work out where it is.
Oh, I need to find my USB cable to charge my headset. I'll give it a couple of minutes. I wonder if there's something up on the ship that, like a crane or something. Maybe not. What? Oh, the rope. That's right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Throw the rope overboard.
Watch out down there. Maybe next time I should shout first and then throw it down.
Okay. Ah, perfect. There we go.
I guess that's the obelisk mentioned in the operating manual. At least I can't see another one. How am I supposed to get the obelisk onto the... The Mary should have enough power to heat
Mary.
the obelisk onto the plinth. And the pipe serves as the new connection piece K. Or whatever it was.
Ah, there it is.
Off we go! Pull, my dear old fatty!
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Come on, you can do it!
There we go.
All right. Now slowly. Ah!
Yahoo!
Well done, Mary.
Did you ever doubt me, little one?
That's true, Tongs, for sure.
The shadow of the obelisk at exactly 3 p.m. is supposed to cast across the stone you can use to open a secret door into the pyramid. Now it's about noon?
Oh, what does that mean, though? How do we pass time? We can't pass time.
According to the operating manual, there's a place you have to press to open an entrance into the pyramid. But I can't just try and find it by looking around. That would take forever.
Unless you can go sleep in the ship or something like that. I'll check that out.
The mummies dug up Lorem Ipsum. I should be thankful for that, I guess. But I won't talk to it unless it's completely necessary.
Okay, cool.
That thing gives me a headache. A sundial. If the hand wasn't missing, it might be able to show me when it's 3 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
The reed casts a thin shadow on the numbers and lines inside the clock.
Brill.
Okay, it's 2:15. 3 o'clock. The obelisk is casting its shadow exactly on that stone. That must be it.
Okay. Brill.
That's it.
Excellent.
Eureka!
Let's go.
If I were you, I wouldn't go in there. Traps. Lots of traps.
I do love traps.
Mortimer just about managed it. And Mortimer is... Mortimer.
He was in the pyramids?
Of course. He is an archaeologist. They always go wherever there are the most traps.
Do you know how the traps in there work?
Naturally. I even invented some myself. I am an enigma, I think.
Amjigna? Nice.
How about you accompany us?
In there? Whew, it's dangerous.
Come on, I thought Danger was your middle name.
Really? That would be a strange middle name. Walter or Winifred, those are good names. Mortimer's second name is Alfred.
Come on now, get in that pyramid.
In there? It's dangerous in there.
Do you reckon there's anyone on Earth where their parents have given their child Danger as their middle name?
Well, unless there's someone because of the saying did it as a joke, but I don't even think that would be the case. Yeah, it could be a celebrity. But they go even weirder. Danger at least makes too much sense for the
back into this world,
celebrities that do weird names.
About a great evil that's stirring.
It's like my dear old father used to say. Coyote, snake, bird looking to the left, sun, wavy lines, exclamation mark.
Did you get that, Steve?
Yes, he was very erudite. And you wouldn't have caught him simply wandering into a pyramid filled with traps.
No, but it reminds me of when people are playing a game and you've got to relay something to the other player, like hieroglyphics. Like that. What's that multiplayer game we played, where you're like the Tomb Raiders?
Tomb Raiders.
Strange Brigade.
Oh yeah.
Where it have the hieroglyphics and someone's looking at them and they're relaying to the other person which order. Mm-hmm. And that reminded me of that because it's like wavy line, exclamation point, sun, and yeah.
If I hit that again, can you take a screenshot of him reading that out in case we need it?
Yep.
Just tell me when you're ready.
Yep, ready.
It's important. We need the Book of the Dead to bring a friend back into this world, and he might know something about a great evil that's stirring.
It's like my dear old father used to say. Coyote, snake, bird looking to the left, sun, wavy lines, exclamation mark.
What?
Yes, he was very erudite. And you wouldn't have caught him simply wandering into a pyramid filled with traps.
We really shouldn't go into the pyramid unprepared.
Oh, come on. Danger is my middle name. And it's important. Great evil is stirring.
What?
You can't let me go in there on my own. You have to come in with me.
Okay, if that's how it's gotta be.
I win every argument. It's always been so. Put me on your shoulders.
Oh, nice.
Do I have to?
Hup, hup. We have 40 days in the desert ahead of us.
We're going into the pyramid.
Which pyramid?
Oh my god.
Hey, stop puffing and panting in my ear.
I'm not panting. I'm exhaling dramatically. Onwards, my proud camel!
This reminds me of Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis when we were down in that. Remember where we were getting gunfire and we ran inside the sort of like a tomb area?
Roughly, yeah.
It was glory hole, Steve.
You have to put your arm in there.
Oh, there's bugs in there.
Yes. Sometimes there is a switch at the end of the hole, but sometimes your arm will be sliced off instead. I'm
Sometimes
pretty
something will
sure
start sucking on
that
your
this
arm.
one here has a switch.
Yuck, Steve. Filthbag Steve.
So, tell me again. You said that if I stick my arm in there, it won't be chopped off?
How should I know?
Do it.
There really is something like a lever here.
Pull it.
Ah!
Don't let go. The door is opening.
Great. Yes. Broken.
Damn. Oh, but we can slide underneath. Limbo. Okay. Lots of cool shit in here.
Malaka boom boom.
Malaka boom boom, indeed.
Box.
Box.
Ula ula.
Uh-huh.
Texture push. Ula ula.
Text to push.
Ula ula.
Okay. Was it Mac and Me or Batteries Not Included, where there was that the aliens sung the song, or maybe it was Close Encounters with the Strange. The third
But
kind.
Close Encounters had the communication. It was communicating via like different beeps, almost like a melody.
Hmm.
Batteries. I never saw Mac and Me, and Batteries Not Included. I can't remember that scene, but I can't remember much of Batteries Not Included.
Mm-hmm.
Luka.
Are we gonna run the wheel?
Could be like that terrible one that you're thinking of. I know there's one, the terrible movie called Nikki.
Don't know it, I don't think.
That one, the alien does a little dance.
Ah. The lever in the hole opens the door a little bit. As soon as I let it go, though, it closes again.
You'd remember Nikki because it's half the movie is both aliens because they've got a telepathic connection and just shouting each other's names. That's literally half the movie.
Vases? Cat statues?
Okay.
Wooden chair? Why
Okay,
is there only junk here and no
Nico,
treasure?
Nico.
What use are
that over and
treasures
over and
to
over
you on
again.
the other side?
No,
At least
don't
you
know
can
it.
sit on a chair.
As a real Tomb Raider, I have to at least take something. What about this? An ancient mirror, I'd say.
You can't take that. That is the first mirror that was ever made.
And?
Pharaoh Tut-Tut was very particular about his appearance. He needs the mirror.
Not anymore. I'm quite sure of that.
What if he is Tut Tut? He just doesn't remember.
The mummy, yeah.
It would seem that the pyramid served not only as the last resting place of the pharaoh, but also as a junk room.
No, those are valuable grave goods. The Pharaoh should not have to want for anything in the next world.
Seeds?
Just in case there's a famine in the next world.
Oh, okay.
A chariot? A boat? Weapons? Food? Almost makes you wish you were dead.
Oh no. The Pharaoh longed to live forever. That is why he commissioned the Book of the Dead to be written. This records everything that the wise were able to discover about death.
Do you believe the book can grant you eternal life?
I'd say it didn't work for old Tut Tut, though.
Or Bogman.
Ha!
Oil press.
A press for olive oil or something like that. I'd rather relax than work in the afterlife.
The Pharaoh naturally would never operate the equipment himself. Hundreds of his most loyal slaves were buried with him.
I don't see any bones. I guess the slaves had a bit of a rethink about their loyalty after the pharaoh died.
You know what, Psycho? I didn't this time, actually. What a missed opportunity. I visited him the other 2 times I've been to the UK.
What the devil?
Oh, scarabs. We often use them in traps. They eat the flesh of the bones of any intruders. Fantastic animals.
Yeah, fantastic.
There was a hard quiz the other day where the expert subject was dung beetles.
Oh wow.
I won't set a
Would have
foot
been
in the
good
room
fodder
with those
for,
dung beetles
the
scurrying
host.
around.
Yep.
That strikes me as a very good idea. At least, as long as I remain on your shoulders.
This column looks strange.
No, that's a perfectly normal column.
Sure?
Oh.
Be careful, Nate. Why didn't you consult me before you put us in danger?
This part of the column shoots out if you trigger a mechanism in the floor.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am. I would jump over, but I don't know if there's another trap on the other side of the slab. There are some nasty-looking spikes waiting at the bottom of the pitfall, and some scarab beetles are scurrying around between them.
I would suggest that we don't fall into that pit, then.
Thanks to Critter, I can see enough. And what I can see, I don't like.
Ah, he must be activating the torches. I was wondering what he was doing, like the spinning thing that he was on. Okay, I don't know. There's probably more Critter stuff we need to do.
Even if I get over this pitfall, the stone ball is blocking my way.
The ball should only block the entrance to the tomb in an emergency.
I guess Mortimer triggered the trap when he was here.
I remember when we were playing Fate of Atlantis, Artie Fine played that "That's a weird fucking door" sound effect, and it looked exactly like this. Can we put the seeds in the... Yeah.
No, these seeds have been lying here for thousands of years. Any moisture in them will have evaporated.
Okay, let's go back to Critter then. Okay, good. This looks like a pressure plate.
Oltach. Babulu. Oltach. Babulu. Texture push.
Text the push. Oh. That. Unless we put our arm in here, and then it opens it fully.
Oltach. Lockjack. Oltach. Lockjack.
If we go back to Nate, are the lights off when we...
You can't see your hands in front of your face.
So what? Get in there. Chop chop.
There's no way I'm going into a pitch black room.
I have never had such a stubborn camel. And you're very uncomfortable as well.
A good piece of the wall.
This part of the column shoots out if you trigger a mechanism in the floor.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am. I would jump over.
Alright, let's see. If we jump back into here.
Luca.
Go back over here. Didn't actually try walking down there. Do dung beetles eat seeds, maybe? Probably not.
Is there any way to lure them off? Or chase them away? Are they scared of fire?
Those are elite beetles. We trained their great, etc. fathers to attack intruders and kill them in the most painful way possible. Did you know that dung beetles are very strong? Each one of them can move a dung ball
Oh, the boulder.
weighing up to 20 times their own weight. Fun fact.
Do you reckon they will move this? Maybe it's a poop ball. Well, they'll think it is.
Already smeared poop on it, so they think it's a dung ball.
Where are we going to get poop, Steve?
I reckon they can make some of his own.
Thanks to Critter, I can see enough. And what I can see, I don't like.
Okay.
I won't set a foot in the room with those dung beetles scurrying around.
That strikes me as a very good idea. At least, as long as I remain on your shoulders.
Yep. I haven't done the right click on some items too.
I guess the pit used to be covered with thin wooden planks or the like. Mortimer, or Time, one of the two has exposed the pit. The plank isn't long enough to bridge the pit, and I don't want to put it in on an angle. The beetles might crawl out.
Damn, what a tease. We do have a chisel. What would a chisel be used for, do you think? Maybe we could chisel the wall bit that jumps out? We'll have to get old mate to come back though. Actually. Let's stick our hand in the glory hole again, Steve.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not usually your hand. but-
Right. Again.
Isn't it?
I'm not supposed to be your hand.
We've also got the mirror as well. The ones in the church are called hallelujah holes. Yeah.
Oldach.
Yes.
Katsa. Tulektus brunso. Katsa. Tulektus brunso.
All right, you get over here. We'll get Nate, who can actually tell us what's going on.
Ah. ball must weigh tons. Isn't there another way into the burial chamber?
Burial chamber?
I've somehow got to move it. The ball must weigh tons.
Burial.
Can't use it as a lever. Can I do this now that...
The plank isn't long enough to bridge the... And I don't want to put it...
Yep, sure. Oh. What would we do over there? There's the ball. Can we...
No, these seeds have been lying here for thousands of years. Any moisture in them will have evaporated.
Is there any moisture around? Jimmy the door.
Clean handiwork. No gap in which I could stick the plank.
Okay, so...
I'd rather get
Give
the
it-
other creature to do it, or Critter to do it, or get Critter to put his hand in the...
Oh yeah, does Critter put his hand in there?
Oh,
Olzach.
Okay, no. So, how was it that we give items again? This? Yep.
Here, for you.
Okay.
Right. Again.
Okay. Oh, there's no Jimmy the thingy. Damn it.
Arschutquilla.
Maybe the plank can come in useful. Inside here, though. Like, could the plank block these holes, maybe? Or could it?
Extra push. Babaloo. Babaloo.
Doesn't look like the plank can be used in here, so I should probably give it back to Nate, I think.
so maybe to block the trap holes so you can walk across, but yeah, it doesn't look like it's interactable with
Yeah.
anything in there.
Y la fregota d'agua.
Ah.
I wonder if it's worth giving this... I mean, we could give all the items to Critter first. Try them out, and if they don't work, then we can give them back.
Take
Just in
this.
case. Looks like the telephone can't be given.
Nah, I'd rather keep hold of that.
Okay,
Critter has
good.
a talent for breaking things.
Oh, I wonder if the chisel can be used to block the trap in there as well.
Ula bula oh.
Oh, no. Okay. Cool. It's a one use only.
Y la fregota d'agua.
Okay, no, he's not going to do it. Can Critter do anything with this press? Okay, can't use any of that. That's cool.
Angela, ooh. Looksec.
Yeah, not sec, exactly. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Olzach.
Can Critter do anything with the stone ball?
Katsa. Pulaptus brunchum. Katsa. Pulap.
Is that something? I can't see. Like a... No. That's nothing there. Okay. Alright, let's stick our hole in the... no, we're not sticking our hole anyway. We're sticking our hand in the hole.
Right. Again.
The mirror is usually in games is used for reflecting sunlight, right? So maybe...
Yeah, and there's a thing of like pyramids of mirrors being used to direct light. Do the thing, like Fifth Element.
Yeah. Wheel this. Press correct buttons. You'd think...
Extra push. Ulani. Uladula.
Yeah, the thing he's playing is very reminiscent of Close Encounters, but Close Encounters also had the array of lights to demonstrate.
Yeah, it's like the Simon
Intelligence.
game or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Seeds, can they be used? Arrow. Okay, so the seeds is not registering anything. Okay. Close this. And neither is the plank. So by means of elimination, we jump in the hamster wheel again. And then we have to do something with Nate, potentially.
Ah. The lever in the hole opens the door a little bit. As soon as I let it go, though, it closes again.
Yeah. This, oh man, this sounds like silly adventure game logic, but what if we open up the door and we put the seeds under the door? But why would we need to crush the seeds?
them.
Because we could potentially crush it in the presser as well. We'll put that in the maybe pile. Okay, don't want to take the chisel. We'll try it anyway just to see what the dialogue is.
Nothing's moving anymore. The tip of the chisel's jammed between the floor and the piece of column. Nothing's moving. Nothing. There are some nasty-looking spikes waiting at the bottom.
I would suggest
I guess the pit used to be covered with thin wooden planks or the like. Mortimer, or Time, one of the two has exposed the pit.
Is that what the plank's for then?
Yeah, it's too short. I've already tried it. It said that it's not long enough. Surely there's not another plank upstairs that we could... Maybe we'll put that... We'll think about that as well.
You can press the oil out of olives and even nuts and other hard fruits with this kind of thing. You can press the oil out of olives and...
Oh, stone... No, I wasn't looking at the stone ball. I was looking at this thing. Oh, those statues.
Thanks to Critter, I can see enough. And what I can see, I don't like.
There is this little hole here. Don't know what it means though.
Is there any way to lure them off? Or chase them away? Are they scared of fire?
Those are elite beetles. We trained, did you know, that dung beetles are very strong.
Yeah, we know that.
I won't set a foot in the room with those dung beetles scurrying around.
That strikes me as a very good idea.
Okay. I think maybe we need to go to our boat for a second. See if there's another plank.
I can't leave Critter locked up here. What if something happens to me out there? Right. Again.
Of course, chat, if you have any ideas, you let us know. Can we steal the... I was thinking if we could get the reed, we could use it like a pea shooter.
The sundial works incredibly well.
But that's probably
It
silly
tells me
logic.
it's high time to get on with things.
Okay. Up to the mirror.
Not only are you hungry, but now you're too hot as well. Isn't life unfair?
Oh no, we don't want to cast off.
One of my goals in life is to never be a prisoner in my own cage again.
Okay.
Sand and shimmering air as far as the eye can see. Makes you wonder why Lorem Ipsum was built here. Sand and shimmering air as far as the eye can see. Makes you wonder. Sand.
Interesting that it stays there, okay. Mirror.
Perfume atomizers, face powder, makeup. Nothing of any use at the moment.
At the moment. Oh, skeleton hand.
Ah, Randolph, my living skeleton hand. Critter and Randolph don't really get on.
Could he pull the
but
thing
all
for
hands
us?
are needed on board a ship. All hands needed.
I didn't get that.
Hey, Randolph, high five.
Oh, that's...
That always works.
Okay, and then we could jimmy the door.
Or Randolph, yeah, could hold open the door.
Yep. Oh, no, we don't want to set a course. We want to go in the wardrobe.
It's hard to believe, but a whole cupboard full of costumes isn't gonna help me at the moment.
Okay. Mara?
Hey, Mary.
Captain Nate?
Ivo's mother. She's simply switched her off. How dare she?
Switched her off?
Magic elven stuff.
Better than
If I
turning her
could,
on.
I'd go up there and...
You are not a fighter, Captain Nate. You are... No, wait a moment, you're not really a thinker either. What exactly are you?
Why is Mary so dirty?
A doer, Mary. A doer. All right. Let me know if there's a problem.
And then?
Okay.
That's how Iva got pregnant. He's a
Through
doer.
Mary. Oh, okay.
No, he's a doer.
Worf smiles great. Tongs, filth bag. Stick Randolph in the hole.
All right, Randolph. An honorable task awaits you. Pull the lever. All right, stay right there. We'll get you out of there afterwards.
Nice. Now we need Critter to give back the Jimmy plank. Oh no, don't walk back, Nate.
Thank you.
Okay. And then Nate, you know what to do. James the door.
Perhaps I can lever the door open with a plank.
No, not a chance.
What do you know about it?
Aside from the fact that I helped build this pyramid,
That's an argument.
Damn it. I thought that would be it for sure. Maybe... Why do we need Critter and Nate out here? That's the thing. We need Nate to do something while the door is open.
The mirror is ancient, but still works pretty well. I can see a very attractive young man with a fashionable beard in it.
Brain, how you doing? Welcome in. Good to see you. How was your Rocksmith stream? Oh, what is it? What are we going to do?
You can hear in one can what someone else says into the other can. It's a distance communicator.
Oh, unless we both need to push the rock. Maybe that's what it is.
The
Yeah,
ball
things are
must
good,
weigh
man.
Tons. Isn't there another way into the burial chamber?
burial chamber?
I've somehow got to move it.
No.
Katza, pull up to Sprunschum.
What's up?
Zutschkutsch, Levo.
I don't know. That woman drives me crazy.
Lala.
Why do two great guys like us have such bad luck with our girlfriends?
Halt.
Yeah, all right. I'll take over.
Okay, that's what that says. I'm a little bit stumped. We needed the chisel to get over there for sure. Now that we're here...
The ball must weigh tons.
Burial?
The ball must...
It's not like I can just use Critter on thing either. Can't use the mirror on the door to see underneath, can we? No. And can we get Critter to put the seeds under the door? No, that's not a thing either. Okay.
Naktakto.
Okay, what if we get the skeleton hand out of that side, give it to Critter, Critter comes in here and uses the skeleton hand on this side. Maybe that will open the door? That feels like kind of logic. Oh, no, we can't, because now it's jammed in here. Unless, can Nate grab it? Nope. Okay. Let's just run on the wheel again. We need to get rid of the scarabs. How are we going to get rid of the scarabs?
Luca.
Oh, that's going to be the same prompt.
Is there any way to lure them off or chase them away? Are they scared of fire?
Those are elite beetles. We trained their great
Steve, what do you think we should do?
I have no idea. Has to be something to do with the fact that Nate can, that door is open without Nate having to hold the thing open.
Yeah. So what do we do in the other room that Nate needs to be around for? We can't slide under there, can we?
The door's opened a little, but the mechanism seems to be broken. It doesn't open any further. The door's opened a little.
There is something we need to press in here as well. Was there fruit on the ship? Does that ring a bell? Oh. Hang on.
Listen, Shorty, I've got something I need to take care of outside. I'll set you down here and take you with me when I come back.
Very well.
Because before we couldn't leave without Critter, because the door was... Oh, but Critter comes with us anyway.
According to the operating man, but I can't just... According to the operating man, but I can't just try and find it by looking around.
We don't need that anymore. That prompt should disappear.
So just in case we're missing something, which I guess, I looked at the walkthrough just to see if it wasn't anything.
Mm-hmm.
And it is something that we should probably know. Apparently the walkthrough, this is everything we've done is all they do before they move on to somewhere else, and I guess you come back a year later.
Oh, how would we ever know that?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's
'Cause it's
brutal.
literally just like, okay, Laura Mipsum, blah, 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 enter the pyramid. In the pyramid, look at the grave gods, enough to get the ancient mirror, and then pick up the shriveled seeds, look at the oil press, and then leave the pyramid and fly on to somewhere else. I guess I won't say somewhere else where that is, but I'll at least say that in the walkthrough, that's all they do.
Away we go.
Okay. Cool. Where were the different places we could go? There was Lorem Ipsum where we are. There was Burnen.
That's the old oasis of Bremen. It was already there at the time of Lorem Ipsum. Today it's a pretty little town.
We would have been wandering around for such a long time.
That's
Yeah.
the old oasis of Bremen. It was all
Fly to Tugador?
cast off.
Oh, we're going here. Okay. Are we there?
You stay here. Prepare the cannons and be ready to rescue me if necessary.
Faccione, Luca.
Give me the damned elf immediately!
What?
There's no damned elf here. Get lost.
Oh, this is... No.
This was the pirate place where we were before, but it's changed.
I guess they printed it up, yeah. The daughters.
An unhealthy, artificial-looking, oversweet, fatty parody of a foodstuff. Wonderful.
Hey, what are you doing there?
Nothing.
I'm, admiring the fine delicacies.
Those aren't for you. They're for my guests. If you want to take part, I'm gonna have to make you pretty first.
No, no, that's all right. I'll keep my hands off your guest's food.
Oh, okay. Well, lucky she didn't make us pretty, I guess.
Not much escaped the brat's magic. This hammer is one of the lucky few.
Hammer and chisel? Oh, I wonder if the brain's changed as well. If he's all pretty.
It's a powerful kid's magic that can force grown men to sit at tiny tables and pretend they like tea. Fortunately, I'm immune.
Okay.
That's the third biggest flower I've ever seen. The flower is too pretty and smells too good to just be left alone. That's wrong. Impressive, but wrong. That's some transformation. There must be powerful magic at work. When Ivo told me about Seastone, I could hardly believe it. Even if the power of the brat's sorcerer grandpa is concentrated in the wand, where did he get all the power from? I'd better not speak to her. She could turn me into a small, hairy, pink critter in the blink of an eye. And who would want something like that hanging around?
Poor critter.
I'd better not speak to her. I'd better not... Colorful cloths. They don't seem to fulfill any purpose, apart from being colorful.
Hang on, he said cloths. Is that what you say?
Cloths. That's cloth. Well, yeah, cloths.
Yeah. Let's go up to the brain. Hey, it's did you see Totoro just then?
Just one more piece! Just one more little piece and you've done it!
Hey, Eyes.
Eyes.
Nate, nice to see you again.
Come on. Knowing you, you never lost sight of me.
Your life wasn't so boring over the past few years, I must admit. Good season.
I half expected to find you transformed into a huge ball of fluff with big goggle eyes.
The council leader and the charming Chantal are concentrating their attention on the palace. Fortunately.
I guess you also want her off the island as quickly as possible.
Absolutely. I like tragedies, but I've never wanted to be in one.
The music that's playing now reminds me of Ren and Stimpy.
Can't hear it that well.
You know why I'm here?
Of course, Princess Ivo. Oh, look at her. Isn't it sad? An elf in the prime of her life, sleeping away her best years.
I thought she doesn't age when she's in that sleep.
I'm going to prevent that from happening.
And I hope you're successful. This is more boring than watching the cricket.
Oh,
Ivo's father said
That's
I
fair.
can't rescue Ivo
That's true,
against her
yeah.
mother's will.
That would be a bad idea. Although I'd like to see what would happen if you tried.
So how can I convince Ivo's mother that she's not acting in her daughter's best interests?
Isn't she? The future's in constant flux. Even I can't see it clearly in my mirrors. A powerful priestess like her might be able to see more, but clearly she doesn't want to.
She thinks Ivo's thrown her life away, and she thinks it's impossible that she could be happy with a child, or with me.
A difficult task that you do. Come on, number 3! Run! Come on! Yes! Sundancer won!
Ivo's pregnancy. Do you know who... you know?
Ivo said you weren't the father, but if not you, who?
I'm not the Oracle with 100 eyes. How should I know who it
Metachlorians.
is?
Eyes that are blind if there's no reflective surface nearby. Ivo seemed very surprised by the news herself. She spoke of a curse that might have struck her.
A curse. Yeah, sure. Can I have that mirror?
Of course not!
I could always keep an eye on Ivo with it, and maybe it'll come in useful some other way.
It's already useful. It means I can see what happens next in the story. Anyway, I've never given any of my mirrors away. They are rare collector's items.
We could give Eyes
mirrors?
our mirror.
Rewind, delete, stupid question. This little mirror came from a tomb in Lorem Ipsum. Is it worth anything?
Is that... Oh. Do you know what you've got there?
I'll take that as a yes then.
That's the mirror. The first one. Thousands of years old. Just imagine all the things it's seen. All the classics you could watch in it.
Wanna swap? The mirror, the first one, thousands of years old, in mint condition, for the mirror connected to Ivo's room?
Yes, of course. Take it.
Okay.
Wow. Mirrors used to be so small.
Nice.
I gotta go.
Yes, go. Henceforth.
Ivo is still asleep in her bed. Nothing is going to change if I don't come up with something. Not my style. Too crazy. A huge flower. It's giving off an absolutely disgustingly sweet smell.
Can we press the flower, maybe?
Looks kind of ceremonial, but there's no reason why it can't be used as a normal hammer.
Okay.
It looks like the old hag doesn't dare venture into the palace. Not a bad idea considering the toys the Red Pirates got in there.
If we can get the Medusa head, we could turn these both into stone, potentially.
Lady Van Buren, I assume.
Yes? Who are you? What do you want?
My name is Wayne Schlegel from the Seastone Life and Accident Insurance Company.
What
Wayne.
do you want here?
There was an accident here. A pirate lost an eye. Now he has to wear a wooden leg. There was clearly a problem in processing the claim.
There's no one here anymore. Apart from that damned red pirate and the elf he's hiding.
Elf? What elf?
A thieving elf! She robbed me while I had to deal with the rest of her kind.
You've been to Elfborough? I heard it's supposed to be very pretty at this time of year.
We couldn't get in. Protective charms that not even my little darling could do anything about.
What a shame.
And then I go back home and find I've been robbed by that damned elf and her mob. They will suffer the consequences.
We show her the elf in the mirror.
Yeah, I
She
was
might
thinking-
leave.
And you're sure the elf's here?
Of course. She flew here from Seastone on a magic hippogriff. We followed her trail to here, and there are no indications that the hippogriff has flown on.
You seem to have considerable magical power at your command, madam. Why don't you just magic the elf out of there?
If it were really so simple, do you really think I'd be wasting my precious time here? That red scoundrel threatened us! Us! He has a magic weapon in there! Ancient, divine magic, which even my Chantal can't do anything against.
Ooh, okay, yep.
Perhaps I could go in there and talk to the Red Pirate. I'm an insurance salesman. No one would dare do anything to an insurance salesman.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's true. And every hour that I waste here prevents me from taking care of the transformation of the country. Go in. Convince that old scoundrel.
What you've done with this island is very impressive, Lady Van Buren. Just like in Seastone, you and your daughter are a real asset to this land.
Thank you very much. Politicians so seldom receive the thanks that's due to them. One works tirelessly for years on end for oneself and one's friends, and do the electorate thank you for it? No.
Sad. Very sad. Then I may take my leave, Lady Van Buren?
Yes, yes.
Oh no! Oh, I can't actually combine it with anything.
Ivo is still asleep in her bed. Nothing is going to change if I don't come up with something.
Stop! Stop right there!
Whoa, whoa, easy does it. Put that thing away.
The monkey's got a gun too.
Mate? Have you seen what they've done to my island?
Let me guess. You've redecorated, so the pirates that fled come back.
Oh, it was that little brat and her mother. Turned up here saying I should hand over the elf.
And you explained politely that the elf is no longer here and that unfortunately you can, as such, be of no help.
I kicked them out. Then they started transforming my island. They would have got me too if I didn't have the head.
I see you were at least able to rescue the statues.
Statues? They're my friends. Tell him. Friends! I brought them in here long before them witches came. A man shouldn't be alone. Isn't that right, Martha? Right.
Yeah. I've even heard of people who went mad because they had no one to talk to.
Can't happen to me. I've got friends, and things are on the up. Friends?
Van Buren's convinced that Ivo's still here. I'm supposed to persuade you to hand her over.
I'd do that at a drop of a hat. That elf is in league with dark forces. She was trying to drive me crazy. Do you hear what she said about the invisible force that determines what we do?
Van Buren isn't going to believe that Ivo's not here.
You've got to get that old bag off my island, Nate. You have to.
I'm here because I need the spirit compass.
What? Not because you missed my company?
And because I've missed your company, but mainly the compass. A friend of mine won't find their way out of the realm of the dead without it.
I don't care about that. It's my compass. Right, Pierre? Right. You see?
How about I get Van Buren off the island, and in return you lend me the compass? You'll get it back in one piece.
You get rid of them both, mother and daughter.
That's the deal.
William, what do you say? It's stew today. Ah, good old Bill. All you ever think of is food. All right, Nate. If you get those two monstrosities off my island, I'll lend you the compass for a day.
Deal.
Deal!
I wonder if that will allow the ability to show them the mirror.
Our deal stands?
Aye, you chase those two horrors off my island, and I'll lend you the spirit compass.
That's what I wanted to hear. I've got to go.
See you later.
Later. Is there any good shit in here to steal? Oh, there's a book over there. Oh, that's the cocktail book.
The ape has got nothing to match the Van Buren's magic, but he could easily take me out if I try to steal the compass. The ape has got... but he... Perhaps Old Red's friends can persuade him to give me the compass. I'd better not. Old Red would notice if I moved the statue.
That's interesting that this statue has a use icon.
Only can move it bit by bit.
Yeah.
Those aren't really friends of the Red Pirate. If they were, they'd have drawn his attention to the fact that he's completely lost his mind. I knew William. He doesn't talk as much now he's a statue, and he doesn't suffer from BO anymore. The bird doesn't sound anything like William, but if Old Red can accept that William is now a statue, he's hardly going to care about his new voice. I knew William.
Okay. Oh, what are the... Oh, that's the spirit compass. Looks like a duck.
The bird looks quite stressed out. I would be too if I was the one-man entertainer for a lunatic with a Medusa head. I wonder.
Oh, we'll use the tin can maybe?
You should give Nate the compass.
Huh? Nate, was that you?
No.
Yeah, so to throw his voice.
I mean, no, liar.
I can see it's you, Nate, imitating other people. You inflated barn cake.
Scandal! Scandal!
I'd better not. I'm afraid he'd like
Okay.
it, and then he wouldn't let me go again.
Damn. Oh. Okay.
Unfortunately, I'd have to hold the string tight for my voice to come out of the tin, and it would also be too quiet. Otherwise, I could talk as William without having to stand behind him.
What does that mean? How do we... It makes me think that he's going to go back on his word that we're solving a puzzle that doesn't need solving yet.
Few books are consulted for words of wisdom as often as this one, but I think they rarely help.
Okay, that's done.
The Spirit Compass. It can show the Archmage the way out of the spirit world. I only have to get rid of the Van Burens, then I get the compass. Sounds simple. The Medusa head is the only thing keeping Van Buren out. No one in their right mind picks a fight with old magic like that. Neither does Van Buren.
Let's see what he says.
Unfortunately, I'd have to hold the string tight for my voice to come out of the tin, and it would also be too quiet.
Okay, so we need to amplify
Otherwise,
it.
I could talk as William without having to stand behind him.
Need to amplify.
Not my style. Too crazy.
Oh, Critter has the seeds, doesn't he? Do we give the seeds to the monkey? Did the monkey like seeds? Oh, no, the parrot would like seeds.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Right.
Put it back on the ship.
Wait!
Oh, shit.
Escuchas con
Okay.
la labor.
Alright.
Ivo is still asleep in... Lady Van Buren,
Yes.
I've spoken to the Red Pirate. He says the elf fled before you even arrived.
Of course he says that. But he's hiding her.
I haven't seen her anywhere.
Then you haven't looked properly enough. I want that elf. Bring her to me.
Then I may take my leave, Lady Van Buren?
Yes, yes.
Go to the mirror. Oh, because it's the same parrot that we captured earlier with seeds.
Thank you.
Alright. I mean, we've got the seeds now.
It's me again.
What are you doing, Nate? Just stop it, will you?
Stop it!
I'd better not. Old Red would notice if I moved the statue. Hello?
Aye? Have they gone?
Damn it.
I've gotta go.
See you later.
He's got the Mona Lisa and the girl with the pearl earring.
Old Red isn't a
Just a
fighter.
pearl earring?
Otherwise, he'd storm out
Sorry?
with the head and transform
Just
the
a pearl
Van Buren's
earring?
before they get him.
Oh,
I
Steve.
guess he thinks the safest way for him is just to wait. The bird doesn't sound anything like William. But if Old Red can accept that William is now a stat...
So the tin can is definitely used for this dude. It's just we need to. Can't get any of that. I hope we don't have to go somewhere else again without realizing. Oh, fight with the monkey.
There's a saying about people who bring knives to gunfights. And I don't even have a knife. I'd better not. I'm a...
I'm gonna try something.
Cast off.
At least we can fast travel this way. Oh, that's not the right button.
That should work.
Make some cologne.
All right. I've pressed the oil out of the flour. It's sticky and smells strong.
Scented oil.
Looks kind of ceremonial.
What would we need to hammer? A board. But to what end?
There's nothing left of the flour other than a sticky, oily, strong-smelling mass. I'm probably gonna have the smell of the flour on my hands for days.
So now we can need the neckerchief for?
No, do you?
Yeah, just check to see if I'm missing something else. So that means we've missed something. So I can't remember if we actually did this bit. Go back to Tortuga.
Okay. That's not. That's.
Cast off.
Oh, if we.
So talk to the little girl.
Yeah.
So the trick is you've got to talk to her after you've been in the palace.
Yeah. Would that be us being cutified, but still of our senses, maybe?
What do you want? Go away!
A tea party, huh?
Exactly like in my book. I'm celebrating my birthday. I got a table, tea, and lovely things to eat, and any minute now the guests will arrive. The Mad Hatter and the White Rabbit. And then I'll get presents.
What if we go and back to Ivo's place and steal that top hat? Would we be the Mad Hatter then?
I'd
think it
love to be a
does.
guest at your tea party.
Ew, you can't come. You aren't a Mad Hatter, and you're not a White Rabbit either. And you're a boy, and ugly.
Oh,
Now
brutal.
listen here.
I can make you pretty.
Thank you, but that's not necessary. And this Hatter and Rabbit? Will you make them appear by magic?
No, I can only change things. They will come here. I've done everything exactly the same as in my book, so they've gotta come. I always get very angry if I don't get exactly what I want.
Okay.
And they all have to bring me presents, and when the Hatter and the White Rabbit are there, then Mommy has to come over as well. Right, Mommy?
What, sweetie?
When the other guests have arrived, then you'll come over too and give me an unbirthday present, right?
Of course, my sweet. As soon as a Mad Hatter and a White Rabbit appear, then I'll give you the most super-duper present ever.
Ha! Did you hear that? The biggest, bestest present ever!
Okay.
Who is this Mad Hatter you're expecting?
He's a Hatter, and he's mad.
M25, indeed.
Uh-huh. And what is it that makes him a Hatter? And what makes him so mad?
He wears a top hat and a colorful neckerchief, and I'm not sure why he's mad, but he is.
I see. A white rabbit at a tea party? Curious.
You think?
Yeah, and perhaps you should give him a watch if he doesn't turn up soon.
No, my guests have to give me a present.
Quite, pretty what you've done with the city.
I got it all out of my book, and Mommy says I've got a real artificial talent.
Artistic. Although, artificial works too. Wouldn't it be fun to move on and transform something else? Or to travel back to Seastone and have an afternoon nap?
Mommy's looking for the elf who stole things from us.
Yes, but aren't you the one in charge here? Just tell her you want to go somewhere else.
But I've got everything ready for my tea party, and the guests will arrive any minute.
But...
So Critter will obviously be the
I've
rabbit.
gotta go.
Yes? Otherwise you'll
Yeah.
scare my guests away.
Don't know how we're gonna get bunny ears though. Yeah, look at this. It looks like Totoro crossed with. Is it called Daimon? I think it is. It's like a blue cat. It's a Japanese mascot.
Where's that? I guess I can't see the.
Over here, underneath the mushroom. What happened there? I am on mirror.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's Doraemon. That's the one. There
You know,
it is.
Mad Hatter is a concept that pre-exists, like it comes from somewhere in Adventures in Alice.
What do you
I
mean?
used to think it was random.
Cast off.
Because yeah, the Hatters used to work with mercury a lot,
Oh yeah.
which causes neurological diseases. One of them being there was a thing it caused which used to cause
green
causes
top
that
hat.
used to be called the Hatter
Should be
shakes
useful.
because
Green
mostly
top
Hatters
hats
got it.
always are.
Because mercury was used to stiffen the fabric, right?
Yeah.
Right. So if we
A green top hat. It should be useful. Green top hats always are.
okay, nice. Look at us. We're all Hatter-like.
Mm.
The only thing,
Oh, the
Hatter.
neckerchief.
I've already put it on.
Have you? It was in the inventory. Oh yeah, so I guess it's on.
How are we gonna get bunny ears though? Maybe she won't notice.
Oh yeah, the Radium Girls.
Verdant tree. I don't know if we
Yeah.
can go to the Northlands, right? It says Northlands, but I think that's just more flavor text.
I met Critter in the Northlands. Nice people up there. Penguins mainly. Wilbur comes from around there. Mainly just dwarves and gnomes live there. The White Ridge Mountains are too cold for humans.
Seastone, I don't think we need to go back there anymore, potentially. Oh, maybe we'll quickly have...
After everything Ivo told me, Seastone is
Okay,
a
good.
no-go at the moment. Better that
You
we're
wouldn't have
not
watched a
seen there
movie
without
called-
the Archmage. His human version, I mean.
A movie called Big Eyes at the King
No.
paintings.
No.
So it's because it's a biopic. It's sort of before the plot kicks off, it's going through this person's life or what they were doing. But at one stage they were a painter because they wanted to get into art, but they got hired at a place where this blew my mind because like someone physically did that. You know, like a baby crib where you'll have like the bits that go across, and you'll have just this little pattern painted onto it. She's literally painting those. So it's this just very simple design of like a few brushstrokes of green, a few of red for the petals. But yeah, she's just doing it, and it's all exactly like all the other ones. And it's like, Jesus, someone has to physically do that.
Hey, Critter.
I guess that's before spray paint, because nowadays it'd be fully automated, but at one
Forget it.
stage it'd be
I've got
just
everything under control.
you'd have a stencil of it and just spray it. But yeah, at one stage, yeah, someone's physically drawing those.
Oh, we're not where we were meant to be. Meant to go back to Tortuga.
Cast off.
Or Tugador, or whatever they call it. Hey, why'd you take all your shit off?
A green top hat. It should...
Okay.
Hello. I'm the Hatter. The Mad Hatter.
Just like in my book. Are you really mad?
Sure, completely insane.
Don't mind if I
You're
do.
a revolting child, and you have terrible taste.
You must be really mad if you're making fun of me. Have you got a present for me, too?
I've got a great gadget for you. A magical communicator.
A what?
If you pull the string tight and someone speaks into the tin at one end, you can hear what he says at the other end.
That's completely lame. If
Oh.
you want something, then you could just scream loudly for it.
But it's not lame.
It is. And totally impractical with all those cables and all.
Did you get a transformer?
Oh.
Yes.
Now it'll work without the stupid cable.
Wait.
Oh, she made it wireless too.
Say what? That isn't a present. I want a real present. Something that I can hold.
And what kind of presents would you like?
Good ones. Anyone wishing to come to my birthday party must give me a good present.
And what is a good present?
I like sweet and fluffy animals. I like things for girls. And I like fairy tales.
Give Nate the compass, bird brain.
Did you say that?
Huh? I'm over here.
Be careful what you say, William.
What? William's dead. I'm talking to you. What? I've had enough of you and this whole charade. Give Nate what he needs and let me go.
You ungrateful tit. I told you, you're only to speak when I ask you something.
What? No one listens to you, fatty.
Fatty? What? I won't be insulted by a feathered mongrel. One more word.
And what, bird brain?
Oh, just you wait.
Let's shoot it.
No,
Yeah.
come back. Come back. Who's gonna talk to me now?
I'd better not. Old Red would notice if I moved the statue. Hello?
Aye. Have they gone?
Oh,
I
no.
gotta go.
Oh, but
See
maybe
you
with the bird
later.
outside, we can use the seed.
The ape has got nothing to match the Van Buren's magic. But he could easily take me out if I try to steal.
Do we see the the birds up here? Okay, so
Hey, you up there. Are you hungry? Gotcha.
was that you knocking?
Oh.
Oh, it was her in
it's
the
the
game.
game.
That was so loud. Imprison pirates. Parrot. What would we need for? Oh, do you think the parrot eats bugs?
Could try it. I would have thought so just because I think
Cast
I would have
off.
thought the bugs were for the boulder, but with Avenger games it could be something completely different.
Oh.
Faccione, Luca.
Oh no, all that work for nothing. What would the duck be used for?
I'm lucky the bird is more of an accessory and isn't a fighter like the ape.
Do you think the duck could run on the wheel? Doubt it.
No. I reckon we've just hit 2 hours, so maybe that is the perfect spot to call it. What I'll do is I will save it with a name. Duck seeds. Fox.
What's that?
Fox.
Fox?
Like your puzzle. Duck seeds fox.
I've never heard of that in my life.
I think you've mentioned it. It's not usually a duck though. Or is it? With the river? Where they're on either side of the... You've got to get on the other side of the
Oh,
river.
yeah. It's normally like a rabbit, a wolf, and or a chicken or something.
Hmm.
Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for joining. That was excellent. We got a lot of stuff done. Yeah, it's good. We didn't get too stuck. I guess the one part that we were stuck is kind of a bit of a cop out, a little bit of bullshit, but you know.
Yeah, it's because that's had at one stage it had a feel of Monkey Island 2, where there's multiple islands, so it just ends up being too much. You've got to walk over to things. Like, it felt like that at one stage, but yeah, like sometimes I feel self-conscious looking up walkthrough because sometimes I'll just look at it, and if it's something simple, But almost always I'll say what it is. But I don't know if that's because I only do it when we're really, really stuck and there is something wrong, or whether when I see it I can't help but say it. But yeah, it keeps being a case where it's like, oh no, we've missed something critical, or it's something where like, yeah, we've got to leave the area, which you would never guess.
Yeah, if we're spinning our wheels for too long, then it's definitely worth doing it just to get some momentum. All right, let's lock you in the raid cannon. We're going to go and raid our good friend Clunky. They are playing Inscription, which is a fun game apparently. I've never played it. Some people love it.
Yep. Bought it. I keep meaning to get to it, but I haven't.
Okay, cool. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining. Make sure you do something lovely for dinner tonight. Pizza, burgers, whatever you feel is necessary. We will catch you next time. Toodaloo.